So, with a number of the members of this honorable house, we went over there. We went in and inspected that building. Gentlemen, I was astounded and shocked not to see the ceilings bulging down, the walls all scratched up, and the carpet shredded on the floor. We saw just the opposite over there. That is a beautiful mansion. That's a beautiful house. And I, for one, want this piece of property taken care of. They're not going to get rid of it with my vote by letting it fall down into disrepair and disuse. Every member of this house should resent it. It's a piece of property that this legislature has put a great amount of money in.
Mr. Malthrop, just how did the recession affect the credit industry?
The credit industry was not too badly affected by the recession, and there's been a great upturn, as you know now, and there's a great deal of demand for credit at the present time. I feel very optimistic about the credit picture for the future.
Consumer credit was at an all-time high before the recent recession. Would you say it's on its way back up now to another record level?
I think it will not only reach a record level, but will surpass the previous highs because of the demands on the part of people for credit and the fact that we do have a very prosperous era ahead, as I see it. Well, I think the fact that our banks of our nation and our consumer finance concerns are doing an outstanding job in getting people to have more confidence in the future. And therefore, because of this new banking approach and the new consumer finance approach of helping people have that greater confidence, I think that that has been perhaps one of the main factors of that occurring. Another thing that's happened is that people are earning a great deal more today than they did in the past, and they feel as though they in their budgets can budget for these larger purchases on a long-range plan. And those businessmen out there are optimistic. And Western, and Southwestern, and Southern businessmen, in my opinion, are a great deal more optimistic about the future than perhaps the old New England employer who believes in previous traditions and not in the new way, or the new American way that we now have in the West and Southwest. Well, I think Oklahoma should definitely pass a right-to-work law. Incidentally, I was in the Department of Labor in Illinois, and Martin Durkin was my boss. And being a lifelong Democrat, not a Ruthercrat, I happen to be in favor of the freedom of an individual to decide for himself whether he wants to belong to a union or whether he wants to stay out of a union. I think that every American should have the freedom of choice to decide for himself whether he wants to join or not. What Oklahoma sorely needs is a right-to-work law to make for a favorable climate for job opportunities for Oklahoma citizens. And I do hope that your state legislature, and if your state legislature will not pass a bill, that you will go to the referendum route to pass a right-to-work law in your state, which will mean new job opportunities for Oklahoma citizens. because of a favorable business climate for new industry to come to the state of Oklahoma.